Recorded this once and I didn't actually have the commentary. So welcome to Airport. We are playing with the 56th new VDV division here. More of a mechanized VDV division. And we're going to be squaring off with Bus, who's playing the 101st. To our left is going to be Bartok with the 56th. He's going to be squaring off a little bit of Spy, but Alwandi back here as well. Kind of doing a 2v1. To our right is going to be Oddball playing the Delta space in here. He's going to be facing off a little bit with Rosa, who's playing with the 8th. 12 is going to be trying to press around in this space, trying to get into Foxtrot, and Golf will be against Big Pop, and then Jack kind of holding the right to make sure we don't get any flanks, but also does help a little bit of Bartok and a little bit in the middle. So 12 is playing with the 5th Panzer, and Oddball's the only one with a fob playing with the 39th. Otherwise, Big Pop's playing with the 35th, Jack's playing with the 35th, and me and Bartok are playing with the 56th. So any other things that are new in this one as we see it? Here is the small little chart as a grenade launcher on the end of it. That is for the Spetsnaz Stingers, which are so good here. We have the Luaz here, just to transport. It's a little small truck and that. And then I don't think we have any of the new ones here. Bartok does. So the new ones coming out with this is a Ural, a little bit up armored. Does have either a 57 or an 80. I think I have an 80 mil rocket pod on mine. Does come with a 14.5, and I'm not sure where the other gun is on the model. I could be missing it. So does have a second gun on it, and then we're gonna come in with the Iglas that have the ZUs on them, D23s, essentially allowing us to get some extra AA on the field. So, and I think this is just the new card, is new MTLB, more of a transport MTLB than a combat one. Okay, let's get this going and let us hop in to some airport. All right, the panel. So our key thing will be to hold this area, but with this push, we have to ensure that Rosa doesn't cut us in half in playing this space, which is why Oddball's playing this space. Here comes some F4Fs who are actually really good. I've been playing them a lot with them recently. These MiG-23s able to take down one, but we lose one MiG-23, and then this one gets hit. It's gonna turn. We're gonna have another F4F come at us, miss. The second one fires, does hit us, but no rockets left on that one, and we do escape. So not the greatest bit of air warfare there, but it's 3-on-2, and we do lose it. Cool things with the Akarana. Here's our rocket pods. So they are with the 57 in this 57 mils. Is they have the same trait as the infantry does with the security trait, so it kind of doubles as security. It doubles as recon. We're gonna push up with our Rosetka. It's a 4-man team. We kind of just move up. ATGMs, we want to take shots over here, but we're not able to take those shots because that path, not able to take as many as we want. The Aero Scouts, not Aero Scots, but that's a very big squad. Pretty good squads to come in with at first. This AGS, though, is going to tear them apart if they're sitting there in that building. But with the push, we don't want to take as many shots as we want. We kind of want to have a standoff position. And here's the shots. But yeah, unfortunately it's not there. So the rest of the map, Oddball does cap Foxtrot. He's gonna try to move into Delta to give us a tick, and it could be an important tick. We're at a +4 right now because Bus has not capped this, but it would still be at a +2 if they did. Oddball is going to push into this area because we do want to have a faster tick. And this is why getting early ticks are big, because this early tick is actually going to be the difference in the game in this one. So the Metla has already shot its rockets, but this 14.5 can do absolute work. ZSU is going to take shots at the Aero Scouts. The Rosetka is not going to win against that. But yeah. This Aero Scout's going to take down this Igla. It's a little bit too far ahead. AGS going to start taking shots at this Scout. Bus is going to get these Scouts out before we can actually kill it. It's unfortunate. Actually, we'll kill them before we can pull them out. All right, T-80s. A little bit of a structure. We kind of want to put our infantry in there so Oddball can move his BMP out. The issue with that is, well, when we push it in, with this F4F playing in our back line, we finally get it in. We're going to place it. We're going to push the BMP up. We have to move this ATGM back. Oddball says, don't worry about it. I got it. We're going to pull our BMP up. We should have kept it in here or just move this BMP back to the space. Instead, we try to take this road and move it up here, and this LGB is going to take it. In a way, it's a distraction. It's a distraction play because Oddball's BMP doesn't get hit. So, in the end, it kind of works. We're going to put up a front here on the north side. Bartok is slowly moving through the woods here. He's going to need a lot of help. No pressure on the right side because playing for this hotel point is one of the more difficult ones. If you're playing for this hotel point, it means because you hold Foxtrot and you're putting pressure on Goff and hotel at the same time. But in this, since we're putting them on the back foot and putting pressure on Delta, them playing in this space is just a losing battle right now. Awandi coming in with the F-16 AT. It's going to be hit once by the Strela. It's going to be hit on the BV. BV is going to move back. LRS is here. Shots from this BV on the LRS. And then from here, Big Pop's going to reinforce this because he's playing this portion, and I like how he's playing with the 35th here. I mean, props to him. At this point, he's played about a month or so. And, I mean, I can't play with the 35th. I'm not very good with the 35th. And without tanks and him being able to fill that space is insane. So 12 does push into this area, but, I mean, it's not an area to really contest. We're going to see if we can get a Conquerors up in one of these spots. Probably this one. So we can see this entire area. We can stop an armored push, but before that can happen, we already see Humphrey Toes coming in. Taking a shot at the ZSU-23. It will land and kill it. And then we'll see some more vehicles start pushing us from our left, which Bartok has to reinforce this, and I have to reinforce this area as well. Drop off the Pomashinki. We're going to try to push a Pomashinki area in this entire area with some fire support with the BMDs. LRS getting hit by the T-80s. And LRS is going to go down from this shot here. Alright, it's Palmashinki moving into buildings. BMP-2 finally sees this. The Aero Scouts. This is just bad luck. So we're trying to get a shot on the Tow Cobra right now. We finally get an Igla shot on it. The issue is the CSU couldn't see it at first. Then we are expose ourselves to this. There's an ATGM back here. Somewhere back, like right here, I think. Seed comes in, kills one aircraft. That Seed, though, is hit once. Igla is going to take a shot at it. Will not hit it. And that Seed will get out. So Rosa has a push here in the middle with Spy. So Spy's tanks are over here. It's not a smart thing to have, obviously, tanks over on the light. Or on the left. Lav's going to push us. This BTR will not do anything. It's not going to pen with that 14.5. So try to move the Igla back because we want to protect that because we are facing a 101st. There could be a lot of rush here. Here is a shot going for this Abrams. Gonna hit front there. BMD or BMP doesn't do much with its rocket. Lav coming in here, and we have this issue. Metla does hit it. I thought I might have killed it from there, but no, it didn't because the Metla with its rockets isn't gonna kill that Lav. So we lose that. Conquer's gonna come out. The BTR is gonna tank some rounds. The Conquer's comes out and kills it. So we are good there. BMD trying to take some shots at these Abrams over here. They recapture this. LGB coming in. It's going to be a good shot on one of Rose's Abrams there. As the MiG-27 does get out of that. Almost going to fall back, repair, and just occupy this space. And force them to push us. We have about close to a 700 point tick lead right now. So it's all about consolidation, making sure we don't get run over by tanks, threatening them when we can, ATGM, but also ensuring Bartok doesn't get overrun. Because if he gets overrun, that's going to allow our entire rear to kind of fall. But also at the same time, if we lose this, we lose any ability to reinforce left and right effectively. So we have to hold this. So we're going to get another ATGM out, get some Strellas because we're being pounded by air a little bit more than I want to. And I'd like our Iglas to worry about the helos. These are for the aircraft. It keeps on flying over the space. Some Conquerors being put on the airfield. I like this SBG-9. It can see and hit these two buildings in front. Just saw as there's recon here, which is actually a low-key a good one. Conqueror's taking a shot here, killing the Humvee Delta. We're going to ensure that their recon isn't there. This is where we start seeing Bartok have an issue when he's fighting Awandi and Spy over here. So we're going to eventually help him with some infantry and some helo support. Because Spy's playing with 101st. So we'll definitely see some of the DAPs out there. The DAPs are really good against infantry. And even light armored vehicles, it's really good. So we point out this air there. We're going to bring out eventually some artillery. Mi-24 just to occupy the space in case they want to push across that. That Humvee doesn't go down. So just pass back in the woods. It was an airborne. Now this Conquerors from Oddball can see this entire space in here, which is actually a really good Conquerors. And it can also, if it steps out, it can see this Abrams. So that's a crazy, crazy spot. This HGM we're going to put in the front side just so it has some front side shots. They're coming in with the LGB. We're looking for a shot on this. It's not going to get its bombs off. It's going to go down. The artillery coming at us. Oh, coming at the main airfield, trying to pound it down. Aircraft coming on the left side. Bartok trying to kill the LGB. He will. So that's a big kill. Big kill. So at this point, Bartok's asking for some help because Spy's starting to leak through his lines. At this point, our first artillery piece with the cluster. This is before I knew the 21Vs were absolutely insane, the rocket artillery. The cluster, funny enough, comes in the back of this truck as opposed to being actually towed. And this is what this bad boy looks like. It is a beast of a cannon. I think it's technically supposed to be towed because it has this. But we're going to rehook it up and put it up here instead. We're going to take shots at this tank. Now, I think how it's supposed to be used is in conjunction with recon because the circle will be smaller, in which that accuracy is major against certain things, but we just don't have the recon to be able to get up and see some of these tanks. Maybe I should have hit spies here if we had that recon, but we just don't. Cluster strike coming in on the left side. Doesn't actually kill any of Bartok's units. It just missed off that. RC-12 with his push. He's going to start pushing through this area and try to put some pressure on Big Pop. This is going to be the pressure on both the airfield and oddball. And then, of course, we're going to get some pressure here as well. So it is a 3v3 in the middle. But what this allows Jack to do is help more with Bartok and pretty much have a 2v2 over here and a 3v3 in the middle. So it is an interesting bit. So cluster does take some time to actually shoot. It is classified as a rocket, so it can't be counter batteried, which is an interesting choice. It is considered a mortar wise by the card, so maybe that's not true, even though it's called a rocket. I don't know. I don't know what's actually classified as, but watch this first shot, and this is without having recon. If we had recon, it would be a lot less. But watch this shot on this Abrams. Direct hit. If you have two of these and you direct hit a tank with both of them, it's dead. Like, that is insane. I got a little paranoid because the counter battery is possible with these. And I didn't know how inaccurate it actually is. I just don't see where the accuracy is. It doesn't have an accuracy. It just has a zone. So that was good. We're just going to harass any tanks that are left up here staging. ATGM comes in, hits the Abrams front side armor, and it is defeated. So not crazy with that ATGM. Doesn't have a lot of hit through that. MiG-23 trying to take shots against this F-111. We missed both. We missed the DAP as well. At this point, this DAP is tearing through. So we're going to call in an air-to-air helo, or an AA helo, and actually deal with that DAP. Because this DAP, like, look at how effective that is. That is insane. 3 salvos for an 8-man team to be destroyed. For a 10-man team to be destroyed. Like, that is crazy. We take some artillery shots with our T-62 here. Oddball just taking some pressure off us, trying to get some shots in these Abrams. We're going to try to strike it. I don't know how it's going to work. Here's the grad. It's just insane and amazing. Like rate of fire. I think they even have free vets as well, but I think this is the base one. See if anyone has 156th. Oddball doesn't. And I don't have them in this deck. So the V's are good. It's just the V's with the 56th are even better. So we're hoping to get these hits on the cluster. Fortunately, Rosa takes it a little bit too far back, so we're not going to get the hits. And we just almost have it, but we're going to go ahead and move. Push here on the right side by 12. ATGMs coming in hard. And the US conquers. I mean, these are good ATGMs. So hits the command leopard. Takes it down by 3 points. So those tanks are going to move back. We have the rockets, the more US conquers trying to come up and get the shots. But a rocket is actually hit. And he has so much in reserve that these need to be put into play. Here's our AA. We took down the DAP on the right side. This Rosetka are just insane good units. Well, the arrow rifles have the same traits. I don't know what it is, but the Rosetka are just doing absolute work. I'm not sure how they're better than the arrow rifles there. Because I'm not seeing that they're holding the trait, and that Rosetka does work. Then the Spetsnaz GRU is going to take this with the AS Val. And these things are just as good. Even though it's a 4-man team, like these things will freaking melt. And arrow rifles as well. We're still solidifying here. We have the Conquerors looking across this field. The Conquerors up the building. Got enough recon. We're trying to hit these tanks. This is a push on the right side. At this point, trying to fold. Big pop over here. Not going to work. A lot of Conquerors out here. It is a dual tank push, though. Rose is trying to get her tanks in there to support 12. Recon is going to be eaten up there by the Sappery. Good ATGMs out here. The BRDM ATGMs. Someone coming over here. In that Abrams. We come with an AT2, and I think we killed one of them. And we popped this. I think it was an Abrams. Could have been a Leopard. But I think it was an Abrams. We pop it with our AT plane. Our AT plane actually gets killed by an F4F. F4F is hit once by the MiG-29, and it's not going to fly through all this AA and not get killed. Yeah, we had jokes. It actually did. EW on the left side. We're getting in our second cluster. So the BTR Russ here, the BTR 70 with the incendiary rockets, these are really good as well with the Sappery. So with this support, it can cut through some actual good units. Cluster strike coming down. It actually will miss everything that's actually important there. You want to put that cluster strike directly on that infantry. So just holding tight here. Here's a push here by Oddball to put some pressure on Rosa in the middle. EMP1 taking shots at some rifle, mech rifle dragons. The A there is for recon. Lowers its actual altitude, but it's not going to matter to that Stinger. An EW plane over the middle. We're going to try to get it hit. We hit it once. And that will stun it, which causes them to lose their EW. And there it is. Oddball moving across. LRS getting hit. We're going to try to help them a little bit with our T-62s. But again, we have to worry about these Abrams from us here. Aero Scouts up top, trying to make a move. ETR sees them. And the SU-27AA doing work in the middle for Oddball against some helos. So good move up. This Eagle taking some shots at the MiG-29, trying to take it down. And Australia's going to fire, but not save it. So this Eagle has a long way to go home. Half health. I'm looking. I had these as fast move, quick hunt. Not able to hit that Eagle, and it does escape. So some of Spy's units kind of squeeze through here, so we're going to get in some Urals with some additional key RPG-22s. And we're going to fill this gap and just walk all the way up there. And fill it. Cluster strike coming in with the EW plane. Cluster does come in, but it's not going to affect anything on the ground. But that Abrams is surely affected by being killed by the cluster strike. So that's a plus. Strike coming in on the point itself. Hitting his command. This cancels it out. We still have a +2 because this is canceled. Now we have a tick. This F-15 going out here. Strelis takes a shot. We kill it. This F-15 takes a shot. It's going to evac. So that was a good one. So I realized with some of like the more mobile units, you can bring in a kilo like this and just have it bounce back and forth after it fires. So it'll reload and then also be ready to fire. It's amazing. We unload here. Additionally, key RPG-22s. Big units, 14 size units facing off against the 9 size units of air rifles. They do have 2 M60s. We have 2 RPK-74s. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is not going to survive that push. And then Bartok from the rear to clean them up. Push in. Some snipers get actually to the tree line for Rosa before it get absolutely slaughtered by this Afghansky. And we're just slowly reinforcing, but also helping on the left side. Jack, not being opposed on the right, starts investing on the left. At this point in the game, he's going to start investing to push back Spy and Alwandi. And then here is the push in the middle. Rosa and 12 face off and try to deal with Big Pop and Oddball. We're going to one-on-one mostly with Bus as this goes on. The issue with that is allowing the, what is it, the 35th, right? Allowing the 35th to pretty much put as many Conquerors as there are out here makes any tank push insane. Mi-24 is going to come into this space. Bus slowly getting ready for a push. I see it. I keep on trying to kill his Abrams, and I don't think I kill one with any actual mortar strikes. We're going to take 2, or actually 3 T-62s, start staging them behind the line. Here comes the cluster. Missed that first one. The second one misses as well. Rate of fire is 2, so it's not a high rate of fire. HE coming in. It's going to take a shot at the Chaparral. Chaparral is going to bomb the MiG-25. Will get away. Not before it's hit once. Chaparral is killed, so that's a good kill there. Move our cluster strike right before the counter battery comes in, so a smart move there. We're just going to move up this Thessaloniki Sappery. Just do this. The BTR 70 is going to come out here and gonna climb through this. It's just good. Good movement. Here's Abal stressing the center again. Good rocket strikes on infantry. T-80 taking a shot at that Abrams. Another shot, but it doesn't hit. HE is going to come in and put some bombs on it. One Abrams is routed. Abal's going to try to get a shot on that routed T-80 or that routed Abrams. This T-80s. The issue is that you're not going to get a good spot unless you're right here. And the issue is you have this Abrams. It's a shot here. I think that deflected off the tank or maybe just was not on it. Here comes Bus with his assault. We're just keeping this going. We're Q moving everything over here. Bartok will tell us when if it starts going bad, if we need to pull back. T-80 looking for a side shot on the Abrams here. Will miss. T-62 backed up with this Mi-24 trying to hit this Abrams. So this Conquerors has a shot on it. This T-62 is going to move up. Mi-24 is going to move up. So we have 3 units firing on it. Yeah, this is an insane Abrams. The T-62 misses. That shot on the T-62 hits it. This Metla taking shots on the recon next to it. We're missing it with the T-62 constantly. That T-62 does not take down that Abrams, which is unfortunate. This Delta, though, is going to go down just from the sheer amount of everything shooting at it. ATGM comes in, hits the front armor, and does not do any damage. This Abrams is going to get bombed here. A little bit off target, though, with that MiG-25. And we finally do kill this, I think, from the shot from this Conquerors. Here's the press. Abal's counter pressing Rosa. Big Pop's going to just bring in a bunch of infantry as cannon fodder, which makes sense. This is the first part of Bus's kind of attempted assaulting. This MiG-27 with the rockets and the missiles works very, very well against any tanks. Very, very well. I'm thinking maybe the idea is this. You come in with it only with AT, and you fire its AT missiles like a normal AT gun, or an AT plane. And then your last pass is your rockets on a strategic position like a Chaparral or something like that. All right, here comes the smoke, and here comes the push by Spy and Bus. So we're going to keep on getting some more personnel up here. We're going to get some Metis with the BTR 70 with the AGS on it. We're going to start clustering it. We're going to get some supplies up. There's a lot of units that are going to be in here. So the Ural Metla here, going to keep pushing. Shots from this Mi-24V, the AT. Metis going to come up. T-64. I mean, this is just an absolute turkey shoot against infantry. Especially since they've missed the Ural there. The BTR is now pressed up into some space. The T-62 is hit front side, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. Now we're at a situation where we're literally just destroying units right now. BTR 70. This thing should be dead, but it's within min arm range of the dragons. So the BTR is just able to carve through it, which is interesting. So that dragon is down. We're going to move this T-62 back. There are stingers over here. They take shots at the Semi-24 of Jax, but for whatever reason, it doesn't take any shots at me, which is kind of weird. AGS, a couple of shots, but this T-62 is taking shots at the dragon. Shot is coming in, and that will be a kill on the dragon. Stinger finally showing true. It's going to take some shots, hit one. We're going to move it out of that range. So there's that push. Seven minutes left at this point. Trying to push on the outside now. 12 is. And, well, Big Pop has so much infantry out here that we're holding. The far left side, I just Q moved my stuff. So still moving up. But the Dire Straits portion happens here. Bus is hitting me with arrow rifles, dragons, which are nice. The issue is we're so standoffish from him that we're either out of range or within minimum R range. And he can't really do much about it. Igla hits a little bird, looking for the next shot in this Igla before it dies. And it's not going to get it off. So that little bird's still there. Strella's going to take a shot. Miss it. It's unfortunate. But the second one hits. So a lot of big units coming at us. Air rifles. We saw an ODA detachment. Air rifles, dragons. We just want to force these tanks to not exploit us at this point. So Metis, we're gonna do a little work here. Metis is just an 8-man team, but it's a good 8-man team. Does have the assault factor. It's like all the other, the 101st aero rifles. T-80BV's working up here, trying to take some shots at the Abrams. One smoke's off. Toe Cobra coming up. And there's so much stuff going on here. Smoke going out. Trying to push here by Oddball. I like the desire to want to push, if need be. Still the pressure here. Coming in. Toe Cobra. Gonna take some shots at this Metis. A comes through. Cannot hit it. Kula A2 coming up. Looking for that Abrams hit. This A10 gonna come through and completely demolish the T80. But then I think that Abrams is able to smoke out and retreat. This Akula AT is just gonna sit here, waiting, and here goes the push on the right side. Now, we've had some issues. We're gonna bring up some T-62s to be in reserve because we're just being pushed by infantry. And just as long as we outrange them, I'm not really worried about any of this. The Strela is going to keep us from getting hit with the toe. But the push is going to be in the middle. And this is going to be a chaotic 4 minutes. The Rapira taking some shots, missing the Leopard. But the Leopard is hit by this Rapira. That AGM misses. And they get in. So HE comes in. That's going to be on those tanks. A is going to take out the recon helo. And actually the bombs aren't going to be dropped there. So just a misalignment. Another Leopard coming up. A lot of commands. There's at least 3 commands in this area right now. We're going to cluster strike into the smoke. And you notice this is the recon circle. This is the non-recon circle. So I think if we had the recon circle for some of these tanks over here, we would have killed them in one shot. Or at least in a salvo. Mi-24, we're using our kilos. Kind of hold this area. The HGM misses. That Abrams, though, is going to move up into space. And it's killed by something. I don't know what it's killed by. It's either killed by me or Bartok by our helos. Alright, here comes infantry. Some Triarungs, I think they are. Coming through. Oddball's holding his BMP here. Behind buildings. That Leopard gets side shot there. The Conquers, he was depleted. We're gonna call in this attack. This AT2. AT2 only has missiles for tanks, and we kill it. So that's a good kill by the MiG-27. It's going to be saved there, but I don't think it's going to have another mission the remainder of the day. Mi-24. Now we're going to start pounding anything we see infantry-wise, which we now see as Triarungs. Either they pull their command out, or it's still there and we just can't see it. I think they pulled it out or we killed it. F-16A trying to take some shots. That's not going to do anything because the Iglas. A lot of air. Bus is pressuring us on the left. We're pressuring Alwandi in the point to force him to not be able to play in this middle section. Bus, I think if he would have played the middle section and played through here, maybe he has a chance, but... Or he set up a defense on this side around to kind of ensure that if we were to press him, we would be in a bucket, and so he can help with this push, but this push is pretty secure at this point. So we're just gonna try to arty some of the supply depots in the back. It is an equal game right now. We're up about 530 points at this point. Raven comes in. We're gonna bring in an LGB. That one hits, and we're gonna put it on this command. We'll lose the plane, but we kill the command, and that's a big one because I don't think we saw another command there. But with a minute left, if you are coming in with a tank command, I mean, at this rate, you have to come in with a command that's on a helo. Otherwise, it's not going to make it here in time. And even then, there's so many anti-air portions that I just don't see it even being possible to do that. So at this point, just pressing. Bus is trying to press us a little bit on the left side. Those green berets are not going to handle well, even with their 4 weapons. They just do not have the range. Those T-62s are going to stop anything like that. Good hold on the left by Bartok against 2 people. ATGM's coming in. We have this Apache coming up, trying to fill some space. Big Pop coming up, some rockets. These are pretty good rockets against infantry. Cobras, here they come. We're going to try to get these shots off. It's not going to be there. We're ATGMing a Abrams. We hit it once, but the second rocket will not get there before the game's done. So it was a good one here. And as you can tell, our wins, our big wins and our losses are so bad that they're not even entertaining. So that's why you see a lot of victories up on the channel. It's not because I only put up victories. It's because I don't think we've had a couple losses where they've been entertaining with cool take pushes at the end. But typically when I lose, I'm just rolled over and it's not particularly entertaining. All right, kills, losses. Conquerors doing some good work against some of the... I mean, these are just ones that have the extra recon ability that they're dropping off like a Delta. So we did get those, although one Conquerors did take down a Delta team. BMD-2, this Conquerors took down 2 Abrams, which is big in that lab. So that's the one that was over on the left side, was able to actually hit some Abrams from there. Semi-24 taking out... So it did actually take out the middle command tank, that M1IP. I was not sure. I think it took it down with a maybe a burst on top, or with its 30 mil, or it took it down with maybe a rocket. Clusters, really, I just have to get used to them, but really the 21Vs are better, which I think I have a game recorded with 21Vs, which you can definitely see that. The Air Rifles Dragon is nice and all, but you need to have some tank support on it. And our LGB taking out that other Abrams to really kill it, and then our attack plane taking out commands. That was great. So thank you all for joining me. Another great game on Airport with the new 56th Separate Guards Division. The experienced ones out of Afghanistan. So thanks for hanging out. Go and leave a like below, comments, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.